and today's build is going to be the Beastmaster, but built differently. So we did a video before with the Beastmaster running a bunch of minions, the most popular one being the Scorpion with the 5 wolves, and the Scorpion having the babies. We still have that implemented in this. It's still a damage over time build for those guys, but this one's different. We're not running Ice Thorns. So instead of running Ice Thorns and having that proc aspect of the Viper for us, we're actually doing Serpent Strike, which gives us an extra minion, which is basically a companion in this case, except that we don't revive, but we instantly get it back if we kill something. And we get in the fight with a melee skill instead of using a ranged just attack. This allows two things. This allows us to get aspect of the shark, and because of the tree node on aspect of or Serpent Strike, it allows us to get an incredible amount of dodge without putting dodge really on any items. We only have it on one item. We did take a few points in the passive tree, but you can get an incredible amount of dodge. Just for example, and shout out to Flintler. He is the one that actually showed me this on Serpent Strike, where he just didn't implement it in this build, but he did show me how the dodge works with it. So as you can see, just without doing anything, we get 2% dodge. We throw in some attacks, and you can see that we're sitting at max 76% dodge, but we sit around the 70% in battle. Basically, you just run around. You don't have to hit anything to get that dodge. You can just get it for attacking thin air. So what we like to do is throw down our roots to heal ourselves, and we throw that in there, and we keep our dodge above 50%, so we're just dodging everything. We do try and hit some enemies. As you can see, it hits out pretty far. We kind of jab and stab, which is nice because you'll get aspect of the Viper, aspect of the Boar, and aspect of the Shark. All of those will be activated because of this. We also have some other things that will proc. We'll get into that. But that dodge is the major difference in this build, and with that dodge and the roots healing you, you can get in the fight. Also, you attack so fast, you are also laying down poison stacks, so you yourself are actually doing a lot of damage. But as for the skills, we'll go over them super quick here. For the wolves, same thing. You want the maximum one companion on the left. You want the complete 100% damage over time on the right. After that, you can do whatever you want with the points. Mine's not maxed yet. I realized I had put into attack speed and bleed, and I meant to do Howl. We'll have 1 point in Howl on kill, and we'll have the 4 points in Ice Bite so that we can clean up trash mobs really well with them. We have the Totem because this will proc when we do hits, so every time we hit an enemy, we have, thanks to the idols, a chance to proc or to summon Thorn Totems for free. It's an insta-cast, so it neither stops us and it's neither a mana taker, so this is really nice. So we have it set up to summon all 5 at once, so they'll all go, and they also freeze, and they have chill chance. So that's really nice for defense. We have Entangling Roots, which is the exact same as before. It's going to be used for healing, multi-patch, mana efficiency, big area, and then the biggest thing is the poison chance. This also works for the Serpent, so our Serpent also gets 160% poison chance with it. So the Wolves, the Scorpion, and the Serpent, so now all 7 of them, will have 160% poison chance on hit. We then have the Scorpion. The Scorpion does have the babies, so we have 3 additional little babies, which I don't know if they get the poison chance on hit or not, but they distract things and they run around and they're tiny, so it's whatever. We also went for the poison chance and the poison damage over time, and then all the rest in size. And then Serpent Strike. So this skill allows you, with 6 points in it, to get 60 dodge rating every time you use it, and that's where all of our dodge is coming from. That's what gets us up to that 70%. And then we put 1 point in Plague Bear just to get the 5 points down here in attack speed. So the faster you can do it, the less you have to actually use it, or the less time. So you try to get to that 70% as fast as possible with the attack speed. And then up above it actually has some cool nods. So we put some nods to get our Serpent on kill, and we have it to where every time we would have procced that, it actually just heals the Serpent and gives it additional damage for 4 seconds. If your Serpent is dead, it will just summon a new one. But this one's really cool. It's the highest kill threshold that I've seen in the game. Serpent Strike on hit will kill anything with 24% or less life. That is an incredibly high number. A quarter of its life, it'll actually take him out, boss or not. And then we get 10 health on kill. And Serpent Strike actually does decent damage. It doesn't hit for much, but since it lays down poison and you attack so fast, it actually does. You can kill things with it using it by itself without the minions around you. So those are the 5 skills. For the passives, basically you're doing the same things as before. You're going all poison with them. So you want Aspect of the Viper, you want Rattlesnake, Rattlesnake. You want the 50% poison chance on melee hits. This counts for you as well, so that's very useful. The difference is we did put the 9 points into dodge rating, so we get 90% increased dodge. We also have a 90% chance on hit to get haste in case we need to run. Um, and now we can put some points into getting Aspect of the Boar when we do a hit, because it has to be a melee hit. So we now proc that for ourselves, so we get 30% damage deduction all the time. Um, we also get Aspect of the Shark, which gives us another 10% attack speed and 50% melee damage, but that also gives it to our pets. So we basically almost always have 100% uptime on this, which allows the pets just to clean up even more. And the other nodes that you obviously take is the +1 companion. We still have the 5 points in Druid for the Entangling Roots, and then 20 in base class. We have some Leech and minion damage. And then for gear, the gear is a little bit trickier on this one. So you do have to have some uniques. Same uniques as with the other Beastmaster build. You got the Arter's Legacy for the +1 companion. This also gives you 27%, or whatever it rolls for you, melee attack speed. Super nice. You also get chill on hit and increased chill duration. So that's pretty nice defensively. You want the Fang so that on the skill tree of the wolves, you don't have to take up summon maximum wolves to the maximum companion limit. And then we have Entangling Roots. The main difference in this build versus the other Beastmaster build video we did is the weapon. We have to use a pull arm in order to do Serpent Strike, so you lose the shield and you lose the minion damage over time on the weapon. But we just went for minion damage and melee attack speed on ours. The stun chance was just an extra roll. That's the only difference. I'll just hover over the rest of the items. As you can see, we do have over 100% glancing blow, and then we'll have the 70% dodge while we're actually in the fight. The rings, everything else is the same as the other video. You got the damage over time for the minions, that really picks up quick. And then we did go the different pair of gloves for the melee attack speed. The idols, this is where it gets fun. So every time we hit, we have, you can see here, minions have a chance to bleed on hit and an 8% chance on hit to summon Thorn Totem, with another 7% on this one. So that's a 15% chance every time we hit something that we're going to summon the Thorn Totems for free around us, and it summons all 5 at once. We also then have a 27% chance to gain haste for 3 seconds when we summon a totem. So we proc the totem, and then we can gain, there's a chance to gain haste on top of that. So it's a bunch of procking on procs. All of these have minion bleed chance as well, so between, well, not all of them, this one doesn't, but the 3 that do almost give you 100% minion bleed chance. And then we just took some healing effectiveness to fill in the square. With that, here's the build. Basically, how the build's going to work is we're going to run in, we're going to throw roots down so that we're healed and give all our buffs to the pets. You want to make sure you always have a roots around you, and then you just Serpent Strike away. Everything else just gets procced. And here it is, Morning Jur. And then I'll just leave that window open so you can see our dodge while we do this. And it's kind of laggy. It's a bit of a laggy build. Now remember, I only have dodge on one item. We put dodge increase on the relic for 40% increase. You could do set dodge on items and get rid of like the minion damage, since it's pretty much overpowered anyways at the moment. But as you can see, yeah, we just stay in that 60 to 70% dodge range. You could get it much higher. You could probably get to 80 or 90% if you actually put into dodge. But you basically get missed by everything. The one thing you want to stay away from is mobs that do damage over time. If you have the purple scorpions that come down with void spikes or anything that throws poison, just let your minions kill those. Just stay away. You don't want to get in the fight on that. Damage over time will kill you. Our resistance is very low. That's the build. It's pretty fun. It's the first pet build I have that actually lets you get into the fight with them and actually kill stuff. You're not just hitting things. You can actually kill things solo. What do you got going on today, Jur? Coffee. That sounds, I'd say that sounds good, but yeah, I hate coffee. For you, it's the best thing ever. Yeah.